All right, welcome back, eSIM Studios. Looks like we got a good group of people in here. This is the eSIM Studios podcast live stream, episode number 104, on this Tuesday afternoon, May 28th, 2024. Let me turn this down a little bit more. Appreciate everybody joining us today. Do have a couple of good stories to get into, a couple of good topics. I hope everybody had a eventful, safe holiday weekend. Hopefully you didn't get caught in too many of the crazy storms that are going on this weekend. Seems like the last week. It seems like every day I woke up or I was scrolling through the news and these tornadoes just tearing through these middle of America towns. Crazy. We're supposed to get severe thunderstorms tonight, so we are located here in South Texas, so fingers crossed, hopefully it's not that bad. But did want to appreciate again everybody joining eSIM Studios here. I did change, if something looks a little off, it's normal. I changed our avatar, right? So I've changed our icon, YouTube icon for eSIM Studios. I know I'm streaming on Instagram, streaming on Twitter, X, streaming on Facebook, and a few different YouTube channels. But our main hub, the eSIM Studios YouTube channel, I did change the avatar a little bit. And that's because I changed up our web addresses a little bit as well. So I basically I have a couple of sponsors. So to get the first one out of the way, Google Fi. If you need cell phone service, for your phone, right? For any phone, right? If you want to leave T-Mobile, and we'll get into them in a minute. If you want to leave T-Mobile, prices are astronomical now. Switch over to Google Fi, $20 a month. Can't beat it. Now, what's cool about Google Fi is that it's basically T-Mobile service, which, side note, T-Mobile, look, it's pretty expensive now, right? And it's not the uncarrier, it's not the cheap carrier now where you can get like service for $40 a month. No. It's gone sky high. But here's the deal. Here's a little hack. Y'all know I love hacks. Y'all know I can find the best deal online on phones, on service, on anything. And this is one of them. And that's why when they reached out to us and said, hey, we want to sponsor your live stream. Hell yeah, let's go. So just to let you know, I am running Google Fi on this Nothing Phone 2A, unlocked Nothing Phone 2A. Freaking awesome. It does sometimes get faster scores than my T-Mobile service running on my S24 Ultra. But here's the hack. Google Fi uses T-Mobile service. They use T-Mobile towers. And over the years, T-Mobile has really strengthened their service. Meaning, it's not just in the cities. Remember, like back 5, 6, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, T-Mobile was good, but it was just in the cities. As soon as you got out of the loop or out of the city limits, the service would be really hard to get good service. Those days are gone. T-Mobile has really strengthened their towers, their reach, and that's why they're more expensive. But the hack, the cheat code is Google Fi. Google Fi, $20 a month. And if you need a phone, if you need a new phone, maybe you need certain new service, you're like, I could use a new phone. Check it out. Go to Google Fi. The link is in the video description of this video right now. And actually every video that I upload, I have the link in the description box. $20 a month. They also have phones as well. You can get a brand new Pixel 8a, I think, for free. So go check out Google Fi. Really good service. And I'm a customer, so I'm not just telling you to say that. I'm a firm believer. Now, next thing we need to get out of the way is speaking of our changed avatar. So check this out. Here's another sponsor, and this is, I guess, a cheat code under the table cheat code sponsorship. So I sponsor my own show. What do you know? Along with Google Fi. And look, if there's anybody else out there, if you're a business owner, if you're in marketing, right? If you're in sales, you know somebody in marketing, reach out to us. Our Contact information is in the description box of everything I upload. Every live stream, every podcast, every pre-recorded unboxing, camera comparison. Go look in the description box. All my contact information, all of the pertinent information is listed down there. If you, as I mentioned, if you're a business owner, if you want to advertise with us, please reach out. I have tons of spots available. I can run banners across the video with your product and or service. I can do commercials. I can even make commercials where I'm not even there. I can make AI commercials. Oh, y'all want to see an AI commercial? Check this out. You're not going to believe this. This is not a real person, but I can do this for you. Watch this. So check this out. You see this right here? That's fake. Oh. You get it, right? I can't run this, but I'm gonna get right here. Looks like a real person. Look, looks like a real commercial, right? I mean, it is a commercial, but I made this commercial for my other YouTube channel, and now I'm running ads on Google Ads of this commercial. Pretty cool. So I got a lot of talent. So if you need anything advertised, holler at me. Contact information is down below. Before we get in the news real quick, I want you to go check out esimstudios.app. esimstudios.app is our new web app. It is a Web 3.0 based application. You can actually install this on your computer as an application. You can install it on your MacBook. You can install it on your iPhone. You can install it on your Android device, your tablet, whatever you want. Wherever you're viewing it, you can install it as an application, right? So simply go to esimstudios.app.app. Check this out. So this is mine. I developed everything from the ground up. You get, it's really cool. We can also run ads on here too, right? If you want to. So, real quick, see this up here? Can you see on the top right? I need to expand it a little more. Entire screen. That's what I need. The entire screen. There we go. Okay, so look up top. See up top? See that little computer with the down arrow? That's you can install this website. It will install. It's a progressive web app. PWA. You know, technically it's a website and an application. It's a website that installs an app, right? So you hit that. You hit yes, I would like to install. You see this logo right there? Does it look familiar? That's what I changed our logo to. So now that it's installed as an app, you got your menu up here. We got home, pretty self-explanatory. We have Android news, regular news, and all of tech. Apple news, PC news, other news, deals. I put some good deals up there for some iPads. You're definitely going to want to check out. I keep our podcast on there, audio podcast. Also have our YouTube channel up on here. If you want to unlock your phone, I can show you how to do that. Getting service, Google Fi. I have other ones on there. Don't tell Google Fi, but I do have other ones on there. SIM swap, how to protect yourself from a from a SIM swap. Very important. You know this stuff. Got it on there for you. And if you're interested in used phones, this will find you the best phone in the entire world. Just go right here, type your phone in, boom, it'll search it for you. So, really cool. That's esimstudios.app. Now that we got that out of the way, if you join us in the middle of the show, if you join us, towards the tail end, no worries, we got you covered. Hit the replay, hit up the replay, and you won't miss anything. Now, here's what I do extra. So whenever this live stream is done, I'll download the live stream. I'll trim off the fat, right? Trim off the intro, because there was a few minutes of an intro. I'll trim that off. And I'll re-upload it as a regular video, right? So that way, if you do want to catch the replay, you hit play, and you don't have to wait through the few minutes long intro. You can just, boom, we can get right to it. I'll probably cut this out too. So let's get to the news here. We do have some good stuff. let me share. Okay, check this out. We did mention this a few weeks ago. The Galaxy Ring. Boy, oh boy, this is an interesting device, right? So when wearable, I'm not a big wearable person, right? Nothing sent me a CMF watch. We do. I put that in. I entered that in a giveaway. Daniel, our viewer, won it. I'm just not a big wearables. I don't like having stuff on. Look, I got tons of phones here. Last thing I need is something else annoying the hell out of me. Beep, 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 and vibrating and stuff. But this one might be different, right? So I think I'm going to like this. I think I might get this. Just not sure. It's a wearable. This is a ring. Now, Aurora, a company that basically has the same thing as this, and that is a competitor, already has a smart ring out. So what this is basically going to be a smartwatch. That's basically like a wedding band or a wedding ring. Now, you're not going to be able to tell the time, but it tracks all of your tracks your health. Basically, right? Everything you can think of under the sun, right? So, all sorts of stuff. O2 sensor, heart rate sensor, sleep schedules your sleep, monitors your sleep, your breathing in your sleep. Literally everything a Apple Watch does, this will do. It just doesn't tell the time, right? And we did get confirmation that, because the one main thing I was worried about was battery life, right? Because that's what sucks too about some watches out here, smartwatches. You got to charge them every night. That's not that. I mean, yeah, I get it. You do it with your phone anyways, but it'd be cool if you could just throw it on your wrist, keep it on your wrist like a regular watch, or if it's like a ring, put it on your ring finger, and not have to take it off every night, right? So we did get confirmation. The Galaxy Ring, the Samsung Galaxy Ring, did just stop by the FCC to get certified. As you know, every electronic device here in the United States has to be certified by the FCC before it can be sold. And if it's not certified, you can't sell it here in the United States. So what do they do at the FCC? They basically review it, right? They want to make sure. I think this was formed. In fact, I know this was formed. I think, don't quote me on the year, but they wanted to make sure no outside countries were bringing stuff or selling stuff in America that would harm the consumer, quote unquote. But let's be real. The FCC had to certify everything back in the day when they didn't want like spy devices, right? They didn't want other companies, governments putting spying devices in our hands. Now, it's very strategic when a company sends a device to the FCC to get certified. Typically, a company will do this right before they put it up for sale or they announce it, right? Because here's why. The FCC is obviously a government entity, and all their findings are public, right? So you can get on the FCC website. You can say, oh wow, they reviewed the Samsung Galaxy Ring, and you can look at all of its internals, you can look at all of its specs. So these companies don't necessarily want to send a device through the FCC 4 or 5 months before it's released, because where's the fun in that, right? You want to keep the excuse me, I'm having trouble talking there. You want the possible consumer, potential client, to be intrigued. You want there to be interest. You want there to be some sort of unknown, so they will mentally keep an eye on this product, right? Because if they already know everything about it, you're probably just going to forget about it, right? Especially if you hear everything about it within 4 or 5 months and it gets released, you're like, yeah, whatever. But it does draw attention if you leave some specs to the unknown, right? Because on a lot of these devices, we already know what they're going to have, right? But there's always like one, maybe two pieces of information that we did not know, that we learn upon launch day. So let's see this. So here's what the listing, FCC listing reveals. It is not resizable. You're going to have to get one that fits you, and I think that will be an issue for early adopters, right? So I think this is going to be common here in, I don't know, 10, 15 years. Everybody's going to have one. I guarantee you, everybody's going to have one. Now, it may not be the Samsung Galaxy Ring, maybe an Apple iRing, right? They've already patented that name, so you know they're working on it. Maybe another smart company ring, but this is almost too good because for a lot of men, if you're married or if you're not, you could throw a ring on. This battery life, we found out, is going to last about, I think, 10 days to 2 weeks, which is nice. You do not have to take this off every night and charge it. Only once every, week and a half, 2 weeks you charge it. Sounds just about right. I think this is going to be standard for a lot of even women, right? Even women here in the next 10, 15 years, everybody's going to have one. Plus, they're going to be a lot smaller, a lot thinner. You could probably have it around your pinky and have it the same color as your skin, and nobody even know it's there. Because I understand some people don't want to take off a wedding ring and replace it with one of these, which, suit yourself, but that's, I'm sure, what a lot of men will do. But I could see women not wanting to wear one of these just because it's not stylish, doesn't match their outfit, what have you. But look, this is going to come in 9 different sizes. Let's see here. The smallest. Okay, so we have all the model numbers ranging in sizes. It says, let's see, battery sizes. Look how small this is. 17 milliamp per hour battery. 17. These phones have 5,000 in them. A 5,000 milliamp battery. That is 17. That just goes to show you how small this thing is. Let's see. We do have some good pictures here. Check this out. Not ugly or anything by any means, right? I mean, it looks like from the outside, looks like a basic, what do they call it? Not the magnesium, but it's manganese or some kind of stylish gentleman's ring or attire, right? There's some, I've never been real big into jewelry or, like I said, watches or anything, but, tungsten. That's what I was looking for. Tungsten. You always see that. Oh, it's tungsten and manganese. But you can see these sensors now. I hope it's comfortable, because look, can I zoom in here? Look at this. It has little sensors here, and that's what I want to try out. I'm not sure this. So it does not have sensors 360 degrees inside the ring here. It looks like there's 3 sensors, one at 12 o'clock, one at roughly 2 o'clock, and one at 11 o'clock? Or it would be 12, 1, and 11. So I hope those don't protrude into your skin too much. There has to be some skin contact so they can read, blood levels, heart rate, O2 levels, stuff like that. Now, on this inside right here, you get these sensors up top. On the inside, you see on the middle picture, you get some branding. And then here you get a better look at these sensors. So here's those 3 sensors that stick out. And I don't know, here's the thing too. Here's going to be a problem. What if they tell you those 3 sensors you see right there? What if they say those 3 sensors have to be on the inside of your palm or on the inside of your finger, right? Well, if you're like me, some rings or some stuff that you have on may twist, right? It may twist around and may end up on the outside and may screw up your reading. So I don't know exactly how this is going to work. I'm sure Aurora Ring might be the same. Just not sure. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. I don't know. Look, I don't know if I'm going to order one right off the bat. I typically don't order, because here's the thing. I typically don't buy first year products, right? So like with the Pixel Fold, I was going to buy the Pixel Fold this year, the Pixel Foldable, and decided not to. And I guess kind of turned out to be a good decision. You see a lot of, not everybody, but a lot of people had issues with theirs for whatever reason, right? It's always the second version that it seems these companies get this stuff right. Like this second Pixel Fold, the second generation, looks to be badass. It looks like they've ironed out all the kinks. So I'm not sure, right? I'm sure this has been a prototype. I'm sure this has been in the works for years. I'm not going to be an early adopter. You know, they're going to have pre-sales, really good pre-sale stuff. I think I'm going to hold off and wait to see how everybody feels about it, right? After a few months, and then I'll probably purchase one. I'm not going to get it right away. So here is the model numbers. Here is the ring sizes. So if you're interested, and this is a men's, did they say? They did not say. Wait, is there separate ring sizes for men's and women's, or is it just one ring size? I have no idea. Am I supposed to know that? I don't know. I don't know. But if you know, I obviously don't know, but look, this could be information to you. So the ring sizes they are going to have, ring size 5 all the way to 12. And I don't know if they follow the traditional, I'm assuming they are, following the traditional ring size, right? Like you go to Walmart, oh, what's my ring size? I get that stick, and they, you know, everybody's seen that, right? So I don't know if this follows the same measurements, the same sizing. I'm assuming it would, but I don't think that's been explained yet. And that looks like about all we get. It doesn't look too bulky, right? It looks alright. Let's see. Charging this thing. So, the wearable will connect to your mobile device, so it'll connect to your phone via Bluetooth LE. There's no Wi-Fi, it's just a Bluetooth. So Bluetooth LE is a low-emitting Bluetooth standard that takes a very, very, very small amount of power, right? It's a low-emitting Bluetooth standard, so it sips the power very, very lightly to extend that battery life. It's made for small products, right, like this, that you can't really change the battery that easily. Here is the cradle. So here is a Galaxy Ring charging cradle. It's not known if there will be a single charging cradle size, or like if one cradle fits all the rings, or if there's going to have to be different models of cradles, of charging plates. I'm assuming, can't imagine them having, how many are they coming out with? 9? I can't imagine them having 9 charging plates. Like, that is just a headache. I'm pretty sure they'll just have one charging base, and every ring will be able to charge off of it. I'm pretty sure. And the release date. Release date looks to be very soon, as I mentioned. These companies don't send their products through the FCC right up until launch. So what's coming out pretty soon? The Fold series, right? You have the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 and Z Flip 6 coming out very soon, here in just about 6 weeks, right? Yeah, 6 or 7 weeks. So that sounds about right. They're probably going to release it with the foldables, I'm assuming. So we will definitely keep an eye on that, and stay tuned to eSIM Studios if you're interested, because I am, and I'll definitely, if there's any more news when it gets released, where you can buy them, how much they are. That's a good question. I'm guessing it's probably going to be $299. That's my guess. $299. Now, speaking of Samsung, so check this out. Speaking of Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6, we got word today. There's been a lot of leaks coming out, right? A lot of leaks here this last week, right? This is going to be released here in just like I said, about 6 weeks. So all the specs slowly starting to leak out. This is not a bummer for me. So when you read this headline, you're like, damn, Galaxy Z Flip 6, not so great battery upgrade. Damn. You're like, check this out. The Z Flip 4 had the very worst battery life of any phone I've ever used. It was dead by lunchtime. Not even exaggerating. I think I have a video on it it was like one of my first month or so with this channel, I believe. Horrible battery life. It had a small battery, and here was their other issue. It's just so stupid. So the battery life was so bad that it literally, I would charge it at night and plug it in the morning. You know, I think around 7 in the morning, I think, right around that time. Yeah. So I don't plug it around 7. By lunchtime, dead. And here's the kicker. It had very, very, very slow charging. So even if you wanted to plug it in to use it, or say you're on your lunch break at work and you're on 11%, but you want to use your phone, you're on your lunch break and you want to charge it because it's your lunch break. Well, guess what? It charged so slow that it would, while plugged in and you're using it, there would be just enough power to use it. So I'm saying, like, if you're at 11% at the beginning of your lunch break, when you get off your lunch break, you'd still be on 11% or 12%, maybe even 15%. It charges so slow, but they fixed all that. So this one appears to be good. This is the only negative publication I've seen about this Flip 6. Everybody has been gushing over this phone, and this is not a bad thing. So the Flip 6, what do you know, showed up on the FCC database and did give us some key specs. Now, we've known these, right? We've known these for a while. It's going to have a battery capacity of 3790, rather on the small side, but look, it's a small phone and it folds in half. Like, how big of a battery you want in there, right? It's slim, it folds in half. You should know it's not going to have a ginormous battery out the gate. Again, this has got 5,000. All these newer, bigger phones got roughly 5,000. This one has 3,700, just to give you an idea, right? Last year's was at 3,591, so they did increase it slightly, right? So what's that? Maybe 5%, 7%. But they are putting in a a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, which is the next generation battery. Jesus Christ. It's a next generation processor, which means it's typically more powerful yet more efficient. So you should get just as well. You will get better performance out of it, and you'll have that efficiency there, which should give you, theoretically, if you have now, the battery has increased about 5 to 7%. So theoretically, you should get 5 to 7% better battery life, right, from the previous year. Well, this processor adds to that because it's the newer generation. Again, more efficient. So it'll probably, out of that extra 5 to 7% from last year, it'll probably add on another 5 to 7% from the processor being so efficient. So you're looking at a roughly 10 to 15% battery gain in the battery life. That's good. The Z Flip 5, last year's model, wasn't bad, but it just suffers from a small battery, right? So trust me, Samsung's doing everything they can to try and squeeze out is, trust me, just to get that extra 5%. You know how much you know how much they had to do just to squeeze out that extra 5 to 7% bigger battery. Those things are tiny, and they fold in half. So they're doing a good job. They're doing a very good job. This phone, this model, has improved so much year over year over year. They keep on adding to it. They keep on impressing me every year. Again, not an early adopter. I told you I don't buy the first model of stuff. I didn't buy the very first model of this Flip series. I didn't buy the first one, the OG one, but I had the 2, I had the 3, I had the 4, and I had the 5. I love them. They're great. Well, look, I may be in a unique situation where I don't have one phone and one phone only. I loved it because you can use it. I use it as my second phone. I have 2 lines, so I put one of my lines in the flip phone. You can throw it in your back pocket. It's fun. It's fun to have. It's a fun thing. You get nostalgia from the old school Moto Razors. But using it as your main phone now, look, that's what I'm saying. Samsung, you have to give them credit. In the past, I don't think I would recommend it as a main phone. Honestly, I wouldn't. This year's different. This year they're putting in 12 gigs of RAM. That means I could definitely use it as my main phone. This year they're putting the flagship sensors in the cameras, and that means I can use it. Those were the 2 main things that were my negatives from last year's. They needed a better cameras because they were not impressive in the past. So Samsung's doing it. So this year should be good. I think this is the first year I can recommend it as your main phone, right? If you're a one phone person, which 9 out of 99% of people are, I think this will be the first year that I can recommend this to be your one phone trick, your one phone pony. So the FCC filing, again, we already knew all this, but this is what it looks like. The same look as last year, right? Beautiful, beautiful phone. Really good, nice colors. I wanted to see how small the crease is this year, right? Apple is coming out with an iPhone Flip with 0 crease. So the pressure is on. Do they have this open, or all of the photos of this phone, they're folded? Because look, you notice that? Or am I tripping? Oh yes, the very first one. But look, there's no crease here. I can't zoom in. Damn it. There's no crease. But we'll have to wait and see. We've been fooled before. Did they increase the charging? Oh shit. Now, it says charging speeds are expected to stay at 25 watts. Now, this was an improvement over that story I told you. So that was the Z Flip 4, and I think that had, was it 18 or 20 watt charging? 18 or 20 on the one I had bad battery issues with. This one's going to stay at 25. So this will be obviously my main gripe about not only this Samsung phone, but a number of Samsung phones. I wish they would charge faster. OnePlus can charge those phones they have some phones that charge from 0 to 100 in 30 minutes. They have some phones that charge 0 to 100 in 19 minutes. This thing is probably going to take an hour and 15 minutes. So, and this, they increased this one, their flagship device, a little bit over last year. Still not where it needs to be. Still not. Sucks, but I think they're still worried about their exploding phones that they had about, a few years ago. Y'all remember that? Those exploding notes? Hang on. All right, so we got the Flip 6. Now, those of you that are in, as we get towards the, we're gonna wrap this podcast. We got 2 more stories. We'll try not to take too long. If you're in the market for a new PC, Windows PC to be exact, there was a new processor that came out last week that's blowing the socks off of everybody. No, it's not the NVIDIA, which actually, you know what is their stock at today? Oh my God, it's gone way up. Even from yesterday. Oh boy. I'm gonna buy some more once we get off here. If y'all aren't watching NVIDIA stock, look, I'm not gonna take responsibility for anybody's financial. I'm not a financial advisor. If it was another stock that I was not familiar with, I would have no idea. I have a lot of confidence in NVIDIA. They don't have any competition. NVIDIA is going to power everything AI here moving forward. They literally, I'll take that back. Their competition is basically very little. Intel is going down the drain very quick. AMD, maybe not competition. They're trying. They're coming out with something. A new CPU, GPU, NPU, neural processing unit. But it's nobody's going to choose an AMD processor over NVIDIA when it comes to powering AI. You know where we're at with AI? We've just scratched the surface. As annoying as AI, that term AI is to you and to me, sometimes I want to close my ears when people say AI. Mark my words, NVIDIA, look at this. NVIDIA is going to power roughly 90 to 92% of all AI data centers in the world in the next few years. In the world, 90 to 92%. And again, we've just scratched the surface, right? So you know they're making self-driving cars, right? Guess what chip's going to power that? NVIDIA. This is just the beginning. They have found a breakthrough. Do your homework. I'm not going to go through what this revolution they invented. Excuse me. They didn't invent this. Do your homework, right? So after this, look into NVIDIA. They got something special going on here, and their stock price says so. Look at this. One day they're up $75, 7%. 5 days they're up $200. Up 21%. 1 month ago, they're up $263, up 29%. 6 months ago, $659, 136%. Jesus, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. They're not slowing down. Again, let me repeat this. They don't have any competition. So, do with that with what you please. But getting back to this, so there's a new CPU for Windows, right? Well, it was only for laptops until now. So the Snapdragon X Elite, the Qualcomm Snapdragon X Elite, enormous power gains, enormous performance, enormous benchmark numbers, blowing competition away. All doing that all while drastically increasing battery life. This is a rare chip. It's an ARM-based chip, not an I guess it's x86, but not your traditional Intel CPU you'll find in a laptop. Not your traditional AMD CPU you find in my HP ProBook, right? It's not like that. This is an ARM-based CPU, very high performance, very efficient, right? This is a leading the class. Moving forward, I believe this is another revolution. Mark my words. I believe many, if not all, I'll take that back. I'll put it out there. I believe all manufacturers will be moving forward with an ARM-based CPU, with an ARM-based chip moving forward. That's how impressed I am with what Qualcomm, the same company that puts CPUs in our favorite phones, is the same company that's making this revolution in desktops, right? So it's right up there now with Apple's very best M2, M3, M4 chips, and you get like insane battery life and almost no heat. But the CPUs they just announced and just launched can only be found in laptops, right? So what if you want a desktop, right? What if you're like me that has a mini PC that I don't game at all. But I need something to handle lots of multitasking, tons of Chrome tabs. I got a bunch of programs open. I'm editing videos. I'm working on my website. Well, 3 websites. I'm doing all sorts of shit. I need something that's powerful that can keep up. This CPU, perfect. But it's the conundrum, right? Well, I want to get the CPU, but I don't want to get just a laptop. I want to have something I can sit in front of, kind of like a desktop experience, right? Because I don't need this big ass tower. No, my mini PCs are the size of a they're small. They're like this big, right? So check this out. Here's the solution. Qualcomm is selling a dev kit, a developer kit, a mini PC with the Snapdragon X Elite CPU in there. Now, if you're running, well, that's cool, but like me, that's cool, but you know they released like 3 different X Elite chips and 1 X Plus chip. So how do you know which X Elite chip is in here? And do they come with different models? This only comes with the very best X Elite, the top of the line X Elite CPU, right? Cool thing about this is you can actually get more power out of this than you can the laptops. You can get 80 watts TDP out of here. I think the most that they crank up on the laptops, because this CPU, it can only be found in laptops. This is the only desktop version. Now they're selling it as a developer kit for developers like myself that want to use it to get to know the ARM-based CPU. We want to make sure our applications and our websites that we develop work good on ARM. Well, guess what? It's the same PC that you can buy at Best Buy. Right? It has Windows on it. There's nothing crazy about it. It's not like some coding special PC. No, they've opened this up for anybody and everybody to buy one. So if I want to buy one, I can. Or if your aunt needs a new, or check this out, your kid, right? Maybe he's 12, 13, light gaming. This will handle anything. This is just as powerful as a M4 Apple chip. M3, I believe, right in between M3 and M4. So this will handle any game, right? But you don't want to spend $3,000 on a freaking gaming PC. That's insane. I don't know why people do that when you could just buy this. $800. It's technically a developer kit, but trust me, I looked into it. I'm about to order one. It's a mini PC with this in there. They open it up for anybody to buy, whoever wants it, right? So I'm going to link this. I won't go over all of the specs. We went over it. We spent a whole hour on it a few days ago. I'm going to link this in the description box, right? So this will tell you all about this powerful mini PC, and it's sold by Qualcomm, as you can tell from their website. So if you want to buy this, here's the link that describes it, and check this out. Where is the purchase link? Pre-order right here. That's a steal. Again, why buy a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 gaming PC when you can buy this? So you basically fill out your information, sign up to pre-order. When do they start selling them? I do not know, but oh shit, y'all can't see that. Damn, my bad. So here's their sign up page. If you want to sign up to you don't pay for it now, right? There's no payment. You just simply fill out your information. They reach out to you when it's available, and then you can make the purchase. So I'll put that in the I'll put this link in the description box below for anybody that's interested, like myself. What are the do they have pictures? What is the I thought I saw pictures, right? Where it had so it's got USB-C up front. That's Thunderbolt 4, USB-C 4.0, Thunderbolt 4 up front. And then they have they don't have any more pictures. And then check it out. They also have, I remember on the back, they have a HDMI. I think it's a 2.1 HDMI. It's either 1.4. I think it's 2.1. They have two more USB Type-C on the back. Power delivery, display ports, so you can connect a monitor through USB Type-C on the back, or you can connect a phone if you want to charge your phone. Multi-purpose USB Type-C. So that makes three of them. One on the front, two on the back. And then there's two USB Type-A, 3.2 USB on the back as well. So it looks like it has adequate peripherals to connect, at least for me, because I can run one monitor on on HDMI, and I can run two more on my through the Type-C if I want to. So yeah, so be on the lookout. That's could come in handy for a lot of people, and it just flies under the radar. Nobody ever talks about this. So this is your chance to purchase. If you don't want a laptop with this CPU, but you want this CPU like I do, here's your chance, right? Because I was like, yeah, I kind of do want a new laptop, but I also want a desktop. So this will fulfill your needs. Okay. Check this out. Samsung, more Samsung news, and we will get out of here. The S24 Ultra. So it's had a couple of updates, right, over the past. We got a surprise update. Actually, you know what? Did mine update? I don't think it did. Anyways, long story short, we had supposed to have two updates in May, one at the very beginning, and then they put out an emergency update. Not emergency, but an uncommon second monthly update just last week. But the big one is going to come this upcoming update, right? So if you're an iPhone user, if you're unfamiliar, typically, not every Android phone, but all the big boys, all the flagship devices. Let's see, this Google Pixel, Samsung Galaxy, and your Nothing phones get an update once a month, right? So it's a security patch, gets you the latest security, and it has bug fixes. It has features that the companies, manufacturers can put in there. And now OnePlus still does every 2 months, though, right? So they're not. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, there's a huge camera update if you're an S24 owner for this upcoming month of June, which is here in just a few days. Big camera update waiting for us. I don't have it. I don't have the emergency update. It was released. We covered it. I have yet to receive it. I'm still on May 1st security patch. So they probably halted it for some. It's probably region specific. And then others probably just patch it in with the June security patch, right? So let's see. Major camera update. in the June security patch. Now, it's supposed to release the true, as it says, potential of these sensors. Every year I kind of get caught up in the hype of every new phone release, just because I'm a nerd, right? But every year you hear them say, they throw out all these stats. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. It's 2.5 more light we can get, or more exposure, and blah 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 blah. So I'm like, damn, so if these cameras are pretty good already, man, this upcoming phone should be just amazing. And then you get it and you're like, well, it's pretty good, but it's not amazing. Like, if you hold it up to the phone you're replacing it with, it's like, photos kind of look the same. So look, are they good at hyping up their products and their features? Yes. Am I a sucker for getting led on every time? Yeah, maybe. But let's see what specifically is going to get upgraded on these sensors. Let's see. It's going to be a minor update. Okay, primarily containing just the camera features and security features, right? It'll bring several new features to the latest Samsung flagships. Cameras, yes, will be the biggest attraction. Unfortunately, details are scarce. We cannot tell what has changed or what has improved. So Samsung must be leaking this then, right? Because if there's no details, then who leaked this saying, oh, big camera updates in this June security patch? Okay. Like, yeah, I don't, we'll just have to wait and see. But just keep that in mind that should see some big camera updates. Now, give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Now, I do have a couple of stories left. However, I am running out on time. Let's see. I might tease these for tomorrow's live stream, right? I have Nothing Phone 3. No huge leaks, and or new information. More of a what I would like to see, right, in the Nothing Phone 3, because that's the next major release, right? So after the foldables, after Samsung releases these two foldables, this is the next big release, right? So they're up to bat, and I know they got something special up their sleeve, right? I get a lot of confidence in Carl Pei and in Nothing. So, but we'll talk about it. I want to pick your brain and see what you think you need to see in it, and can it compete for the top tier flagships, or will it be just stuck in a upper mid tier phone? I love them. I use mine every day, but everybody's different, right? But I'll save that for tomorrow. It's more of a discussion topic. And then just some news real quick. Check this out. Google Play Store quietly rolls out feature to uninstall apps remotely. Users can now delete apps from all of their connected devices. So you know how when you go to install an app, it'll ask you what other devices you want to install this app on? Well, guess what? Now it's doing the opposite. Well, it'll still ask you if you want to install it on other devices, right? But when you go to uninstall an app, it'll say, hey, do you want to uninstall this from any other device? Which is new. That's a new feature. So be on the lookout for that. Comes in handy. And then we will get into this tomorrow as well. Massive Google leak. Not necessarily what you think, but internal documents reveal hidden truths about the search and the search algorithm, which is always interesting and always fun to keep up to date with that, to see how it works, because it's ever evolving, ever evolving. And remember what I told you. It will be powered by NVIDIA moving forward. NVIDIA, go check out the stock, because I'm going to go buy some more. Right there. Don't miss it. Don't miss out. This could be the next... Okay, I'm going to get out of here on this. This could be the next $3 trillion market cap. This could be... I think NVIDIA in 2 years, in 3 years, we will be the biggest company in the world. That's how much confidence I have in them. In 2 to 3 years, they'll be big. They'll surpass... is Amazon bigger than them? They'll surpass Amazon. They're going to surpass Google. And they're going to surpass the big boy, Apple. Trust me. Apple is just now getting into AI with this upcoming iPhone. And that's not even really AI. But, you know, moving forward, 3 years from now, they'll be all in with AI. And guess what's going to power that AI? NVIDIA, right? So Apple can use the AI services, right, on their phones through the APIs, but gotta have a data center. Gotta have an engine churning out that information. That's what NVIDIA does, right? So NVIDIA will be powering 90 to 92%, maybe more, of all data centers in the world very shortly. So this stock is not slowing down. So I told you so. So check that out, and I will we'll see where it's at tomorrow, because I'm sure it'll be, where's it at, 1140. I guarantee it'll be over, well, I'm not going to say, but I guarantee it'll be higher. Okay, I got to run. I do appreciate the time. Hope everybody had a great weekend, good day back at work, which sucks. And see you back here tomorrow. Talk some more tech and check NVIDIA stock. Peace.